versus the power flow. So if you haven't been coming to my Tuesday, Thursday class, it's going to be a little harder for you to understand. Oh my God, is that going to fall on you? Did you see that? I'm scared of that now. What should I do with that? I'm scared. Watch out, Sydney. I think that would be a little better, not weighting it down. That's as far as it will go. Okay. Just don't get hit in the head, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So power flow. I teach this class every Tuesday and Thursday. Basically, I teach a sequence slowly, and then we move through it, one breath, one movement, a couple times. So it just becomes like this repetitive thing that you're moving one breath, one movement. Some people like it, some people don't like it. And then deep power, we never do that breath to movement. We're basically just moving slow, holding poses longer, but it's still challenging. It's still power. I think it just gives you more time to be in the pose and to get the alignment and to breathe into it and to soften around it. So yeah, does that make sense? You're welcome. And honestly, these days, it's just like, whatever, a name is just like, they just put a name on the class and the teacher teaches it however they want. So we'll see how it goes. And if you don't like it, we'll never do it again on a Thursday. Okay. Seated meditation. So take a moment to find your way into a comfortable seat. If that means wiggling around a little bit, stretching your arms up, even taking a little twist, anything like that. Feel free to move, get some physical feedback, and then eventually just find stillness. So you can kneel, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit in easy pose, one ankle in front of the other. You can sit up on a block or a blanket or anything, any sort of prop. Take a moment to really feel into your seat intentionally. Close your eyes, place your hands. So place your hands in a way that feels resonant to you this morning, maybe resting in your lap, palms face down for more grounding, palms face up for more receptivity and openness. Hands to heart center is an option, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. And soften the muscles in your face. See if you can allow your shoulders to drop down a little further away from your ears. And then just start to feel into the rise and fall of each breath. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can. And then take a moment to pause at the top and hold. Open mouth sigh when you're ready. Let it go. Do that again. Inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness. Keep holding this breath, but see if you can relax and soften around your held breath. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Very nice. One more time. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Hold. Sip in a little more if you can. Keep holding, relax around it. Open your mouth, let it go. Good. Seal your lips and start to cultivate your ujjayi breath. So that deep diaphragmatic breath. The inhale is like you're taking a really, really deep, slow motion gas. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window with your lips sealed over the breath. So essentially, you're building your own internal heat just by breathing. So stay right here, connecting to your breath. This is your Thursday morning seated meditation. You can stay here as long as you want to. If you're ready for some movement, take your breath with you and come forward onto your hands and your knees, tabletop. And just start to explore from there. So you guys know the drill, no right or wrong. You can start with cat cows if you want to. It's probably the most familiar place to go. But then from your cat cows, feel around, move your hips side to side a little, maybe all the way around in great big circles. If it's calling to you, child's pose, and even give yourself a few breaths just to rest there, to find a sense of grounding. Maybe you want to sit back into child's pose and then walk your hands from side to side or roll your forehead side to side. Tons of ways to explore from your hands and your knees. Give yourself a few more rounds. Invitation to close your eyes. So rather than looking and thinking and judging with your mind, just feel, sense, witness from the inside with your body. And as you're ready, downward facing dog is our eventual destination. So no rush. Whenever you're ready, you can start your own transition back and move back into your down dog with awareness. So not just popping up and tuning out, but slowly finding your way back. Maybe you want to move through a vinyasa. Maybe you want to hover your knees in your tabletop, find your strength, and then slowly extend your hips up and back. Once you're in down dog, just be there and breathe there. Spread your fingers really wide so you feel that connection to the ground. It's almost like you're a gecko holding onto a screen door. So press through the pads of your fingertips. And it might feel good to bend your knees a lot, especially for this first down dog, and just work the length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Nice poses, you guys. Maybe it feels good to pedal out your heels, to take your feet out really wide. Yeah, big deep breaths. And if open mouth sighs are calling to you, I think an open mouth sigh is one of the best ways to let energy move out. So if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like there's a lot there, big, huge inhale and then sigh it out. I teach breath work and I've learned so many different styles of yogic breath, but I think the most resonant thing, the thing that I always come back to is just that big, huge inhale through the nose, big open mouth sigh, letting go. So simple, yet so powerful. Good poses, you guys. Take one more inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and however you want to get there, forward fold. So find your forward fold at the top of your space and just hang out there. Maybe your feet are hips width distance apart, or maybe even a little bit wider. Perhaps you take a ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, or bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. Little sway or little bob, little bounce. Big deep breath. Nice, you guys. Try to keep your weight just a little bit forward, so not so much in your heels, more in your toes, balls of your feet. Lift your sit bones up, your butt up, crown towards the ground. One last round. Sydney, inhale to your halfway lift. So spine long, back of your neck long, gaze down. Thanks, Katie. Exhale, fold, let it go. Do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. So really press back through the tops of your thighs as you draw forward through the top of your head. Exhale, fold, release. And then this time, come through your halfway lift. Continue to rise. So unhinge at your hips. Take your arms up. Hands to heart. Exhale. Breathe in, arms to the sky, high mountain. See if you can feel a neutral pelvis and a neutral spine as you reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. So now stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, then let it go. Fold in. Nice, Christine. Halfway lift, breathe in. Good. Exhale, bow deeply. So all the way to empty in your breath. Root through your feet, lead with your heart, all the way to stand. Arms to the sky, high mountain. Hands to your heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your arms to cactus, but don't change anything else. So your arms are in this goal pose position. I want you to start just from your upper body through your chest and your shoulders. See if you can press your elbows back and press your chest forward. So you're hugging in with your shoulder blades. Now keep that, hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing a yoga block. Press your hips forward. Now keep that, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze together even more. See if you can gaze up. Don't let your head collapse back, but extend back. Sides of your neck are long, strong. Take one more round. Feel the strength in your back body. Inhale back to neutral. So reach up and stretch. Neutralize your pelvis and your spine. Exhale, swan dive down. Traction out your spine. Then release. Very nice. Breathe into your halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. So top of a push-up, you are more than welcome to come to your knees at any time to modify. Spread your fingers wide and push the ground away. So see if you can feel your shoulders and your chest muscles, even your pectoral muscles get strong. Navel to spine connection. Start to take little baby rocks forward and back. So just like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Next time you inhale, find that little rock forward, surround your tippy toes, and you're squeezing through the fronts of your thighs. Exhale, lower just halfway down, chaturanga hold. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, push back up. Yes, one more like that. Little rock forward, lower halfway. Hold until you're emptying your breath. Nice job. Inhale back up. Slow as you can go, all the way down to your belly. Beautiful, friends. Spider-Man Cobra, and we're gonna take 3 rounds. So bring your hands out wide, lift your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, slowly release down. Imagine your spine is a string of pearls. Lower 1 pearl at a time. Inhale, lift. So flowing Spider-Man Cobras. Exhale, release. And then one last time. Inhale, lift up. Press down through your pelvis, through your shoelaces, through your toenails. Exhale, let it go. However you want to get there. Downward facing dog. Once you're back in your down dog, reconnect to your breath. Strong, powerful, slow and steady. Beautiful, friends. About 5 rounds in your down dog. So do whatever you need to do to make this pose work for you. A lot of times that's bending my knees. Sometimes it feels good to straighten my legs. What I tend to do when I straighten my legs is I roll onto the outer edges of my feet. So I intentionally have to press into the inner edges, to the big toe mounds. So start to notice, what are your personal little imbalances? Where do you tend to collapse? How do you tune out and take the easy route? So rather than feeling sensation, feeling your muscles, where do you just sink into your joints? Where do you let go of your breath? So this is a practice of simply noticing. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. Maybe lift your hips a tiny bit higher. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space. Step or float, forward fold. Once you have arrived, spinal extension, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet. Reverse swan dive. Take it all the way up. Arms reach up. Hands to heart. Exhale. Good. Inhale, arms to the sky. And then work your back bend as you exhale. So remember all of that, we worked into it slowly. Feel it in your body, use it here. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then listen, as you exhale, sit back into a chair pose. So weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes, spread them apart. Draw your belly button back and up. So feel the connection to center. Yeah. Good. All 10 of your toes face directly forward. So if you look down, you should see your toes. Stay where you're at, or here's an option. Reach your arms back behind you for chair plane. Nothing else changes. Stay here, or rock forward, float up to your tiptoes, drinking bird. If you just floated up to your tiptoes, here's another option. See if you can straighten your legs and dip your beak really low. It comes from your core, navel to spine connection. Just play with it. There is no place to arrive. Take one more round wherever you've chosen to be. As you inhale, set your heels on the ground, rise up, arcing Tadasana. So cactus your arms, use the strength in your back body to open your heart, lift. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your third eye center. Lead with your hands, lead with your third eye, swan dive down. Good job. Halfway lift as you inhale, realigning your spine. One more time. Exhale, let it go. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa however you would like. So do it with awareness, with intention. Add or subtract, whatever you want to, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Big deep breath. So in a deep power practice, a slower practice where we hold the poses longer, the breath to me is so important. It's so key to finding more space inside, to going deeper within your own body, peeling back more layers. So use your breath, breathe even bigger and deeper than you thought you could. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So for this one, keep your hips square. I don't care about height. Go for length and strength. So really strong through your right leg, active through your right foot. Hug in with your inner thighs, lift from your belly button. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your spine and then set forward softly, low lunge. When you're ready, rise up to your crescent lunge. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Nice job. Rise up and settle in. Good, Tracy. So the stability comes by hugging towards midline. So really pull your front hip back hip forward, like you're plugging the femur bones into the sockets. Feel your lowest, deepest abdominals fire up. So navel to spine connection, heart lifts higher. Gaze up, reach up. So all that power in your legs, and then feel some sort of softness around the pose. Your upper body is your unique expression. Good, beautiful. Take one more big inhale, reach a little higher, elongate through your side bodies. As you exhale, bring your hands to the ground and let's twist. So left hand on the ground or a block. I personally just lift up to my left fingertips, right arm to the sky. So revolve lunge and your legs stay strong. So unless you want to modify, if you want to modify, your back knee can come down. Otherwise, back knee is lifted and back leg is really strong, almost like the power of the entire pose is coming out of your back toes, moving through your back leg, and then connecting to your center. See if you can drag your right hip energetically towards the back wall, but at the same time, your right knee hugs towards your left armpit. Nice, Laura. Breathe down into your belly, and as you exhale, all the way to empty, draw your belly button in and up, twist a little further, very end of your exhale, release and let it go. Unwind, bring your hands all the way over the left long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Take an inhale and find a halfway lift. Now pause here. See if you can reach your arms out to the right and to the left. If that feels like too much, you can reach your arms back instead. So rooting through your feet, press back through the tops of your thighs, and then reach forward through the crown of your head. Imagine you're trying to press your arms towards the ceiling. At the same time, you're trying to press your chest towards the ground. Create that action. So feel the strength in your back body. Feel the length in your back body, the length in the backs of your legs. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, let it go. So wide-legged forward fold, and you are more than welcome to move around. So feel free to explore in your own way. Wherever you choose to go, your breath is right there with you. Open mouth sighs at any time. So if your breath ever gets really fast, if it speeds up, a lot of times after I do handstand hops, my breath is moving really fast. Big, deep inhales through the nose, exhales through the mouth. Good way to regulate pretty quickly. Good job, you guys. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift position and bring your hands to your hips. And then from the press of your feet, rise all the way up. So unhinge at your hips, rise up to stand. Take your right arm forward, left arm back. Pivot your right toes forward and bend your right knee, warrior two. If you need to adjust your legs at all, please feel free to do so. So right knee tracks towards your pinky toe, right butt cheek is wrapping underneath your body rather than sticking out behind you. If it feels like your left hip is shooting forward, see if you can draw your left hip back. So nice neutral pelvis while allowing your hips to open. Good. And this pose, I really love to close my eyes and feel it from the inside. So you can notice different things when you're sensing from the inside. Breathe, slow, steady, spacious breaths. One more round. Legs stay the same. As you inhale, reach forward like you're trying to touch the front wall. Now your torso doesn't even need to move. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. So everything stays really open. Maybe your right elbow rests on your right thigh. Maybe your left arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear. Nice, Sydney. You can move into a half or a full bind if you want to, if that's in your practice. What I don't want you to do is look down at the ground in order to clasp your hand. So if this is where you're at, then come back to here. So your heart wants to look up. Allow it to. Take about 2 more rounds of breath. All right, from here, we're moving into half moon pose. So maybe left hand to hip, maybe left arm to the sky. Reach your right hand forward. You can use a block of your, if you have one. If you want me to bring you one, I'm happy to. Give me a wave. Good, nice job, you guys. So open through your heart, open through your hips, strong through your back leg. You look awesome. Looks like a lost yogi out there. Where are you going? All right, take one more big inhale. See if you can lift your back leg a little higher. Good work, forward fold, nice and easy. Set your left foot down. You can give your right leg a little shake out. Maybe kind of move your hip side to side or pedal out your heels. Good work. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, so tiny little potato bug ball. Your toes can lift, or excuse me, your heels can lift, or your heels can work their way towards the ground. So if your heels are lifting, that's working the strength in your feet and your ankles. If your heels are pressing down, it's working the flexibility in your ankles. Wherever you're at, breathe. Imagine you're trying to fit your body into a little egg. As small, as compact as you can. Option to wrap your arms around the fronts of your shins. Take one more round. Good job. Meet in a halfway lift with your next inhale. So heels down, stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. You can widen your stance if you want. Exhale, full. Root through your feet. Take it all the way to stand. Arms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart or arms down by your sides. Palms open. So this is the traditional mountain pose. Be here for just a moment with your eyes closed, feet grounded, rooted. So feel that sense of rooting through your feet. And then draw up through the crown of your head. Take up more space. Be more expansive. Broaden your shoulders. So feel into stability, groundedness at the same time as you're feeling into spaciousness and expansiveness. See if you can hold both and breathe into both. Stay as you are, breathe in as big as you can, hold in fullness, keep holding, relax around your held breath. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Good. Ujjayi, take your arms to the sky, reach up. This time pause here, grab your left wrist with your right hand. We're gonna go for a side body stretch. So upper body goes right as your hips go left. If you try to do this with just your upper body, you're very limited in your mobility. So start with your lower body, hips to the left, most of your weight in your left foot, and then upper body to the right. Keep your left shoulder plugged in, so pull it back and down. Maybe you reach your right tiptoes out to the right. Keep them really light against the ground. Breathe into your left waistline, so like you're lifting your left rib cage further away from your left hip. Yes. Beautiful. Take one more round. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Exhale, up and over. So like a crescent moon shape. Hips go to the right, upper body goes to the left. If you tend to just pull your right shoulder right out of the socket, see if you can draw it back and down. Connect. So plug it in. And then as you tug with your left arm, resist with your right arm. It's stabilizing as you stretch. Breathe into your right waistline. Breathe into the space between your right ribs. Good. Yes, one more round. Huge breath. Soften your face. Inhale back to center. Arms to the sky. You can release your grip. As you exhale, cactus your arms. Create your back bend. Lift your heart. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then exhale, you choose chair plane or drinking bird. We're gonna hold here for about 2 or 3 rounds. So feel free to play, straighten your legs, dip your beak. It's all about connecting to your center. That's where the balance comes from. Take one more round wherever you're at. Nice job. I love the variations. As you inhale, everyone set your heels down, arching Tadasana. So one more time, lift and open. Make it come from your mid and your upper back. Hug in with your inner thighs. Exhale, hands to your third eye center, swan dive. And breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, take your feet back, vinyasa your way. So add or subtract or skip it all together. Move with awareness, slowly and intentionally. Reconnect, Ujjayi, deep diaphragmatic breath. So the more you can use your breath to support you from the inside, the less you're going to be muscling your way through the practice and fighting your way through the practice. So use your breath. It's so, so valuable. It's so, so powerful. You can learn how to hone in on it. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. Keep your hips square. So inner thighs face each other. A lot of times people can't lift their left leg as high with their hips square and they don't like it. So they just open their hip anyways. I do not care how high your leg is. I do not care if your left foot is 5 inches above the ground. Square off your hips and feel that squeeze of your inner thighs. Maybe do it more than you usually do and just see how it feels. A lot of times I do things, I overdo things, and I'm like, oh, actually, that's where I should have been all along. Take one more big, huge inhale. Exhale, left knee to your nose, round your spine, then step forward as soft as you can. When you're ready, crescent lunge, strong through your legs. Rise up, settle in, nice Lara. So see if you can find whatever is your widest stance. And then once you're as wide as you can go, hug back in. Front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. You should feel just as strong through your back leg as you feel through your front leg. You should feel nice and centered in your weight, not reaching or leaning forward, not leaning too far back. Navel to spine, lift your heart higher, reach up, maybe even gaze up. So your lower body, your strong foundation, your upper body, your unique expression. Beautiful, you guys. Nice, Chris. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down, legs stay strong as you twist. So right hand on the ground or a block, or lift to your right fingertips, left arm to the sky. So like you're peeling the left side of your heart open. Yeah, nice, Tracy. So rather than the twist coming from lazy legs or hyperextension in your arms, which is what I a lot of times end up doing, see if you can feel it really a lot in your center, like you're wringing out from the inside. Breathe down into your belly, and as it fills up and expands, feel that, use that as you push the air out, twist a little further, pull your belly button back and up. Take one more round, work your twist. Nice, Katie, end of your exhalation, release, take it all the way over. So hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Make sure your toes aren't pointing out. So toes point straight forward, or if anything, you're ever so slightly pigeon-toed. Find a halfway lift position and add your arms. So arms reach out. Modification is arms reach back. If you want more, arms reach forward like you would in Warrior 3, biceps next to your ears. So have the intention of pressing your chest, your heart down at the same time as you press your arms up. So feel your back get stronger, nice, Sophia. Back of your neck long, soften your face, breathe even bigger. One more inhale. And exhale, fold. Beautiful, you guys. So as you fold, your weight comes more into the front half of your feet. Really work on reaching your sit bones up, 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 pressing back through the very tops of your thighs. Crown of your head towards the ground. Every time your navel draws towards your spine at the end of each exhale, that's your invitation to fold a little further. You can explore in your own way if you want to. So feel free to move around. Your body, your breath, whatever is moving through you in this moment. There's no right or wrong. There is comfortable and uncomfortable, but it's not bad or good. It's just sensation. Take a couple more breaths. Really nice, you guys. Next time you inhale, bring your hands to your hips and come to a halfway lift. And then exhale to slowly unhinge, rise all the way up. So you're really pressing through your feet as you rise. Warrior 2. So arms reach towards the front and back of the room. Left toes pivot to face towards the front of the room. Bend your left knee. And if you need to widen your stance or adjust your stance in any way, feel free. If you want to gaze down at your feet, look at them, see where they're at. If you want to close your eyes and feel this pose from the inside, do so. So nice and neutral through your pelvis while allowing your hips to open. Good, Sophia. A little tone in your belly. So navel to spine connection. Heart, it's like it's puffing up. It's a proud chest. And then soften through your shoulders, elongate through your neck. Take one more round here. As you inhale, everything stays the same in your legs. Reach forward as far as you can. Slide your rib cage forward. Your upper body doesn't change. Left arm towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. So as you move into your side angle, you don't collapse through your upper body. Stay nice and open. If you want to reach forward, bicep next to your ear, half bind, full bind, if you can keep your heart open. And then wherever you're at, make sure you can breathe. Your breath isn't getting stuck anywhere. If it is getting stuck, adjust your body. Respond to that. Nice, beautiful, everyone. Good awareness. Looks so good. Take one or two more breaths, and then we're moving into our half moon. So you're more than welcome to use a block if anyone wants one. Want to give you a wave? Okay. So reach your left hand forward. I just like to use my fingertips usually. And then right leg floats high. So everything stays open. For me, the trick is power in my back leg. So if my back leg feels heavy, it's really hard to balance. If I can make my back leg strong and powerful, almost like I'm stomping it onto an invisible wall, all of a sudden I feel strong. I feel like I'm in integrity. Take one more huge inhale. You guys look so good. Nice poses. Everyone lifted a little higher. Good work. Exhale, forward fold. Set your right foot down at the top of your mat. Maybe give your left leg a little shake, kind of move your hips side to side, pedal out your heels, shake your head. Good work, my friends. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, tiny little potato bug ball. If that doesn't work for your knees, forward fold is a perfect place to stay. If you're in tiny little potato bug ball and you want to take it further, you want more of a challenge, turn it into a toe balance. So hug in with your inner heels, inner knees, inner thighs, point your knees forward, bring your hands to your heart, balancing on your tiptoes. Wherever you are at personally, be there and feel everything there is to feel. See if you can breathe bigger. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. Hug in with your inner thighs, especially if you're balancing on your tiptoes. Soften your face. Next time you inhale, let's meet in a halfway lift. So heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way to stand. Arms to the sky, high mountain stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. So pause here for a moment. Hands at your heart or arms by your sides, palms open, mountain pose, traditional mountain pose. You know, if you go to Core Power, they teach mountain pose with your arms up, traditionally arms down. We'll go with that. Close your eyes and feel from the inside. Embody a mountain. So the stability of a mountain, the rootedness, the groundedness. And then feel into the crown of your head, into the length of your spine, the space in between your shoulders. Feel into expansion, spaciousness. Holding both. So groundedness, stability, expansiveness, spaciousness, all at the same time. Stay as you are, feeling from the inside. Take a big, huge inhale. Hold in fullness. Sip in a little more. Relax around your held breath. Open your mouth. Let it go. Beautiful. Ujjayi. Take your arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, and just for our exhale, side body stretch to the right. All the way to empty, back through center. Switch your grip. And then exhale, other side. Up and over, all the way to empty with your breath. Inhale brings you back to center. Let's take our little baby back bend. Strength in your back body, supporting your spine. Hug in with your inner thigh. Arms reach and re-extend. And then this time, just swan dive down. So skipping our chair pose, take it all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, pause in plank. Come down to your forearms, forearm plank. So setting yourself up with awareness. Forearms are either parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide. And if you take that variation, especially pressing the thumbs and index and inner wrists, if you want to modify, interlace your fingers. Hug in through your upper arms and feel the power there. Draw your belly button in and up. Breathe into your back body. So all of this strength, and then soften around it. Take one more round in your forearm plank. You guys look so good, so strong. Slowly start to walk your toes towards your elbows and lift your hips straight up as high as you can. So coming in a dolphin pose. Don't let your elbows drift apart. Don't let your head touch the ground. Walk your toes in as close as you can. Lift your hips up as high as you can. Bend your knees if you need to. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. Maybe now's the time for a couple open mouth sighs. See if you can be in your dolphin for about 3 more big deep breaths. You can go wherever you want. You can take one leg up, then the other. You can take little hops. You are so much stronger than your mind wants you to think you are. Stay a little longer than your mind tells you you can. Listen to your body. Take one last breath. End of your exhale, knees down, take a rest. So child, maybe embryo. I think it feels good to bring my hands back towards my heels. Palms face the sky, or you can grab your heels if that's available. Just breathe all the way down, low belly, low back. Take some energy from the earth. So imagine you're just, with each inhale, you're getting a little bit of energy from the ground. Let it move through you. Really nice, you guys. And your next couple of breaths, downward facing dog. I know now's the time when your body's tired, your muscles are tired. You're like, I wish class was just an hour long. So use your breath to power you from the inside, give you your second wind or your third wind. Next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. And then open up your right hip this time. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. See if you can feel that coming from your right hip socket. So literally, you feel the opening of your right hip from your right hip joint, not from your shoulders, not from your back, not from your wrists. Take one more big inhale here. Maybe lift your right knee a tiny bit higher. Really good. Nice, Sophia. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine, step forward, low lunge. All right. We've already been here. We're going to come into a revolve lunge, left hand on the ground, right arm towards the sky. You can stay here, or I'm going to give you a few options. Option 1 is revolve triangle. So you can work your front leg towards straight. Option 2 is revolved half moon. You can reach your left hand forward, float your back leg up. Option 3 is to stay in your twist, your revolve lunge, and maybe you just take it deeper. So you can reach your left fingertips off the left side of your mat. You can rotate your heart to look up. So wherever you've chosen to go, breathe there. See if you can take 2 more rounds. Your pose, your expression of the pose, your exploration of the pose. Good job. Land in a low lunge. So wherever you're at, meet back in a low lunge. Left foot to the back of your mat. Hands frame your right foot. And then take your right leg to the sky. Open up your hip again. This time, option to flip your dog. Right foot steps down behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Heart forward. Yeah, lift your hips. Back muscles hug around your spine. Imagine there's a mirror on the front wall and you're trying to look in that mirror. Take one more big inhale. Yes. Exhale, come back. Regular downward facing dog. And just walk it out for a moment. You can stay in down dog, walk it out. Or if you want to, come forward and move through your own vinyasa. So plank or modify. Back bend of your choice. Meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Try not to move from your hands or your shoulders. Open your left hip. So bend your left knee, reach your left knee out and up. Good, very nice. Good awareness, you guys. Nice, Laura. Active through your left foot. Hug in with your right inner thigh. And then see if you can lift your left knee a tiny bit higher. One more big inhale. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Round and hollow out. Step your left foot forward. Coming into our revolve lunge on this side. So strong through your legs. Right hand on the ground or a block. Left arm to the sky. Choose to stay here. Choose to work into your revolve triangle. So straighten your left leg. Stay there. Or revolve tap moon. Reach your right hand forward and float your right leg up. Everybody, you're twisting from your center. You're squeezing from your inner thighs. If you're in revolve lunge and you want to go deeper, right hand off the right side of your mat. Left fingertips reach back behind you. Your pose. 2 more breaths. Awesome. Good variations, friends. Give it everything you got last round and then low lunge. So let it go. Right toes to the back of your mat. Frame your front foot. Take your left leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Open your hip. So maybe you just want to stay here. Feels really nice. Or option to flip. Left foot comes down. Left arm forward or perhaps left hand behind your head. Lift your heart. Lift your hips, reach your heart forward. Beautiful, Christine. Breathe all the way down into your belly. One last breath. Good. And regular down dog. Walk it out. Let's all move through one last vinyasa. So let's take it all the way up to the top of our mat. Take an inhale into your down dog. Exhale, step or hop forward, forward fold. Halfway lift with your inhale. And with your exhale, bow, fold, empty out. Root through your feet all the way to stand. This is your last time. So huge stretch, reach up. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's go through our little flow with our side body stretches. Inhale, reach. Grab your left wrist. Exhale over to the right with your upper body, hips towards the window. And through center, switch your grip. Exhale, other side, up and over. Inhale, center. One more standing back bend. Cactus your arms. Lift and puff up your heart. Hug in with your inner thigh. Re-extend, realign, feel neutral. And then exhale, stick your butt out, swan dive down. Bend your knees a lot if that feels better in your low back. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa your way. So chaturanga, or add some push-ups, or substitute cat-cows, wherever you want to go. Maybe you take a couple rounds in your heart opener. Eventually downward facing dog. Just notice whatever there is to notice. Notice your right side versus your left side. Notice the sensation in your hips and the backs of your legs. Notice your breath. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Pigeon pose as you exhale. So right shin forward, set your body down gently. If you know this pose works better for you in a seat or on your back, please feel free to take it there instead. So take the time to find what we call the integrity of the pose, just like we do in our crescent lunge. Front hip pulls back hip pulls forward, the femur bones plug into the hip sockets. Keep pulling your right hip back and even slightly up as you take your heart forward. So your right knee should be closer to the outer right edge of your mat rather than midline. And then allow your body to settle more and more, breath by breath. We don't hold these poses so that we can be here and tighten up. We hold these poses so we can be here and learn to sit with discomfort, but soften around it. So use your breath, those open mouth exhalations. Start to notice. What do your thoughts do when you don't pay attention? So what is your subconscious mind doing all day long, probably, without you even noticing? Rather than getting involved in your thoughts here, see if you can just start to watch them. Not even trying to control or change them, not even judging them as bad or good, but just simply noticing. See if you can be in your pigeon for about 4 or 5 more breaths. Soften your face, your jaw. Good job. Last couple of breaths. And then slowly begin to lift your upper body. We're actually going to come into a seat. So nice and easy, allow your hips to open and just sit over onto your right butt cheek. Swing your left leg around. And once you're sitting, take both legs out in front of you and just give them a gentle shake out. All right. Bend your right knee, foot to the ground, and then bring your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. And then adjust so that it feels like you're sitting more kind of on the front of your sit bone. So rather than feeling like you're rolling backwards, almost feel like you're already leaning a bit forward. Hug your right knee in and sit up as tall as you can. As you sit up tall, flex through your left toes, active through your left foot. Now take your right arm to the sky, breathe in, stretch tall, reach up. Exhale, turn to your right, twist to your right, bring your right hand down behind you. You might bring your right hand to a block or lift your right fingertips. Try not to lean back so your spine is lifting straight up. Your left hand can stay where it's at, or you can latch your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. If there's a variation of this pose that you want to take, feel free. We'll be here for about 3 more deep breaths. So sit up taller with each inhale and then twist a little further with each exhale. Not straining through your face or your neck, but maybe gently gazing back over your right shoulder. Nice job, you guys. Very end of your next exhalation. Slowly unwind your upper body. Bring your hands over to your left side and take a little bow. So round your spine, your right butt cheek can lift. This should feel good. It's just a little counter twist. Breathe down into your low back, low belly. And then let it go. Lift back up. Uncross your legs. And give them a little shake out again. We'll take seated windshield wipers. So when you're ready, feet to the edges of your mat, the width of your mat, hands behind you. Try not to round forward, but puff up through your chest, shoulders back and down. Take your knees from side to side with your breath. So usually in really therapeutic movements like this one, the slower you go, the more you get out of it. The more you tune in, the more you notice. Make little adjustments, like how does it feel to take your feet further away from your upper body or closer to your upper body? How does it feel to flex your toes? How does it feel to turn your shoulders and your gaze away from your knees? Good job, friends. Take 1 or 2 more rounds. And then we'll come back to center. We'll meet back in down dog. So you can absolutely get there your own way. It does not have to be fancy. Or you can take boat pose for like 3 breaths, maybe 4 breaths. If you're feeling real crazy, 5 breaths. Hug in with your inner thighs. Lift your heart. Try to stay balanced on your sit bones, not rocking back onto your tailbone. It's so hard for me to stay out of my hip flexors. If you want to straighten your legs, if you want to reach your arms forward or even back, go for it. When you are ready, cross your ankles, rock forward. You can jump back to chaturanga with bent elbows, or you can just step back 1 foot at a time. No big deal. Doesn't have to be fancy. Move through a vinyasa if you want to. And eventually downward facing dog, walk it out. Reconnect to your breath. Slow and steady. Notice right leg versus left leg. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, left shin forward. So take just as much time, care, awareness to set yourself up on this side as you did on the other. Left knee is wider than your left hip. Yeah, pull your left hip back, right hip forward. So hug towards midline. Find the integrity first, the structure, the strength, and then soften around it. As you feel the sensations inside of you, just allowing yourself to feel. As you notice your thoughts coming and going. If you were here on Tuesday, come back to that thought from the end of class. The thoughts from a place of fear, they feel constricted. Thoughts from a place of wisdom, they feel spacious. So can you learn to sense and feel the difference? Which thoughts feel constricted as they move through? Restricted. Which thoughts feel spacious, expansive? Good. Take about 3 or 4 more breaths. Soften your face, your jaw. What if you could soften through your heart? What would that feel like? One last big breath. And then slowly start to lift your upper body. Sit over onto your left butt cheek, nice and easy. Swing your right leg around. Put both legs out in front of you, give them that little shake out. And then this time we'll take our left foot to the ground, knee bent, and then left foot to the outside of our right thigh. So right now, I'm kind of leaning back, and this would be where I go, is tucking my tailbone underneath me. I want to adjust so that it's almost like I'm sticking my butt out and I'm slightly forward on my sit bones. So see if you can adjust and feel that. Hug in with your left knee, flex your right toes, and sit up tall. Left arm to the sky, inhale and reach up. Exhale, twist to your left. Left hand comes down behind you. Your right hand can stay where it's at. You can use it as gentle leverage. Or if you want, your right elbow can latch to the outside of your left knee. Try not to lean back. So spine straight up. Breathe all the way down into your belly and feel it expand. And then as you exhale, twist and reach out a little bit further from the inside. So not straining, not forcing, but using your breath to just gently encourage a little more letting go. Last couple rounds. And of your next exhalation, unwind your upper body. Slowly bring your hands over to your right side and take your little counter twist. So crown of your head towards the ground, your spine can round. And personally, I like to push the ground away, really curl in, and almost kind of turn towards the back of the room. So even this very, very simple movement, you can feel and explore a lot. Take one more breath. End of your exhale, let it go. Come back to center. Uncross your legs. Give them that little shake out. And this time, we'll take windshield wipers, but all the way down on our back. So lower down to your back. And then when you get there, feet mat width distance apart. Windshield wiper side to side. Yeah, no rush. If you have your own little movements you want to take before moving down onto your back, taking your windshield wipers, totally fine with me. Once you're on your back, just side to side, try not to rush it. This for me is like one of the best movements I do for my own body. But if I just move through it mindlessly, nothing really happens. If I move slowly, when I take my knees to one side, I press my top knee forward and down. I try to press my back ribs towards the ground. Both of my shoulders stay rooted. So lots of awareness. And what can you notice that you've never noticed before? Good job, friends. Come back to center and bring your feet hips width distance apart. So no rush, but eventually just feet on the ground with your knees bent, feet hips width distance apart. Extend your right leg straight up towards the sky. She loves you, Sydney. And then for just a moment, hands behind your right thigh. Get your leg as straight as you can. If you can't straighten it all the way, that's fine. Flex your toes and really press up through your heel. Breathe into the back of your right leg. Imagine that you're trying to pull your right femur bone, that long bone in your thigh, down. So rooting it down into the hip socket. See if you can feel the backs of your shoulders rooting down. And then breathe all the way down into your belly. Take one more breath. Good. Bend your right knee. Hands to the front of your right shin. And draw your right knee up towards your right armpit. Your left knee can stay where it's at, or you can slide your left leg forward, elongate your left leg, and imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of it. Yeah, so as you hug your right knee up towards your right armpit, breathe down into your belly, take 2 more rounds. And then turn this into a half happy baby. Sole of your right foot faces the sky, pulled down with your right arm. So try to keep a neutral spine. As you pull down with your right arm, press up through your heel. Flex your toes, even your little baby pinky toes. See if you can get it to activate. Flex back. Nice job, you guys. Take 1 more round. And then release your right leg. Full body stretch. So as you reach forward and back, notice if your ribs lift a lot. And if that happens, see if you can press the backs of your ribs down and feel that little bit of connection to your center. And keep that. Take 1 more inhale to reach, elongate, lengthen. Exhale, feet to the ground with your knees bent. And then left leg towards the sky, hands behind your left thigh. Pressing up through your heel and feeling into your neutral spine. So your neutral spine means there's a little baby curve in your low back. So your low back's not pressing down. There's just a little space underneath your low back. Backs of your shoulders are rooting down. Back of your head. Neck is neutral. Breathe into the length. Your left leg. Take 1 more round. And bend your left knee. Down to the front of your left shin. Give your left knee a hug toward your left armpit. You can extend your right leg if you want to, or leave your right foot on the ground with your knee bent, up to you. So as you hug your knee in and up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a big Buddha belly breath. And then half happy baby. So left knee toward the ground on the outside of your left rib cage. Pull down, flex your toes back. After at least a couple breaths in your half happy baby, maybe you turn it into a full happy baby. Rock it out. Slowly just start a transition into your final relaxation, my friends. So any finishing movements, final poses that your body is craving, work through them. Eventually settle into your Shavasana. So this little poem, so simple, but take it in and feel into it. Body like a mountain, heart like an ocean, mind like a sky. Body like a mountain, heart like an ocean, mind like a sky. For these last few moments, can you rest in that place, feeling your body, feeling your heart, observing your mind. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And start to wiggle through fingers and toes. And just bring gentle movement back into your body. And when you're ready, roll to either side. And find a nurturing fetal position for a couple breaths. And staying as relaxed as possible, connected to your body like a mountain, heart like a sky, mind, or heart like an ocean, mind like a sky. Rise up to your seated meditation. Hands to heart. Close your eyes and bow your head to your heart. And just acknowledge yourself for taking the time out of your day to be here, to do your practice, to go slow and to tune in. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right. Deep power. There you have it, friends. Don't even know if you would know the difference. I'm just kidding. If you have any feedback, then I'm open to it. Yeah. Huh? Oh yeah, power unplugged. That's what it was in the beginning. Whatever that means. See, it's just like names. What's in a name? Ruby, it's okay.
She's just rolling up her wrist.
She's like sitting on your face.
You are silly. You like sitting there.
Bye, Mom. Love ya. Bye, Mama Mia. Bye-bye.